right, Antoine, how's camp gone so far?
It's been pretty good. It's been fast.
What What was it like for you being able to follow the team last year, doing something that obviously is again the goal this year to get back to and win a World Series?
It was pretty cool. I never been a part of a team that's been good, I guess. So it was pretty fun to see. I know we were down in Arlington for a little bit. The vibes and atmosphere there was fun.
What was the focus, or what were some of the focus points for you this offseason in preparation for this year?
Still the same as normal. Just try to throw strikes. Last year I adopted this middle mindset. Kind of let my stuff play. Pretty much the same thing. I'd say probably better execution of my pitches. So fastballs up, sliders away. But mainly just keep it simple, middle, and just let the stuff play.
You had such a good year last year. Organization's minor league reliever of the year. Does that give you any confidence? Was that something to see the results play out as you're going through that development journey? Is it helpful to receive that recognition, to know that the organization is thinking of you in such a high regard?
Yeah, I guess it was nice to finally put together a good season, a full good season. Confidence, yes, because I know I have the ability to, pitch at the upper levels. But yeah, I feel like as long as I keep the same mindset, I should be in a pretty good spot going forward.
Yeah. So, no secret that there are opportunities to be had in a bullpen, in any bullpen, right? Pitchers cycle throughout the season. How do you balance getting yourself ready to play for a season while also knowing that you're here to compete for a job and you want to earn that opportunity to pitch in the big leagues?
Honestly, man, I'm not even worried about competing for a job. I mean, if it happens, it happens. The only thing I can do is really pitch and do my best, I guess. If the opportunity comes, great, cool. If it doesn't, great, cool. Just do my best, try again, I guess.
All right. If I recall, you're a big dog person. Is that correct?
Huge dog game.
Okay. What is a dog breed that you would love to have one day?
I've been really eyeballing Huskies the last few weeks, golden retrievers, but I don't think I can. My boy Miles, dude's a mutt. I don't think I can give him up.
Okay. So you have one dog currently?
I have two. I have a German Shepherd and Miles, a mutt, whatever he is.
Okay. So Miles, and what's the German Shepherd's name?
Juliet.
Okay. Do you have the next dog name picked out?
Oh no, man. Nah, they're still puppies. I'm not that far ahead yet.
Okay, so you wait. It's not like you're like, hey, my next dog's going to be named whatever. You wait, see the dog, the dog speak. A name comes to you at that point.
I mean, yeah, it's horrible. Why would I think about a new dog when I got two already?
So who watches the dogs when you're out here?
They live with my uncle right now.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So we moved a little bit deeper into Illinois during COVID, and we don't have a yard, so unfortunately we can't bring them to our house. But yeah, they stay with my uncle all year.
All right. Josh, what's it been like being back at camp and playing for a team that won the World Series last year?
There's a lot more flags and signs hanging out telling us that we were champs. But besides that, same spring training, just trying to get better, get healthy, and, win.
What's the biggest difference for you as a pitcher right now versus the same time last year?
Not much has changed. Obviously I had a pretty awful spring training last year, but confidence hasn't changed. The belief in myself hasn't changed. I guess I'm a little more comfortable in my situation. I don't have to prove as much, but, I just still want to be good and still want to fix some things that I had problems with last year and, just continue to get better.
Where are you at right now? What do you feel like your level of preparation for the season is, maybe relative to previous years with the extended season that went an extra month last year?
Obviously shorter. I just think it was more or less downtime. So I only took 2 weeks off, but I feel good. Arm hasn't really had any problems catching up. I think our pitching side did a good job of kind of easing my way in. I'll pitch tomorrow, so kind of had 2 weeks to kind of really adjust to throwing harder, I guess, because that's the hardest thing to do in the off season is to emulate throwing hard. So Yeah, just trying to stay healthy, honestly.
You talked about the confidence. Other than that, what's something you learned about yourself last year that you'll be able to take into this season and use to your advantage?
Just never stop believing in yourself. There was some times that I could easily quit. I gave up 6 against Houston, kind of thought my career was over, but the second I went back into the games, the full belief and trust in myself was there, and that's what Mad Dog preaches, is just trusting your stuff and yourself, and so that's all I try to do, and just try to maintain that as best I can.
I know when you're throwing in the offseason, I don't know, a lot of the guys have said, they don't throw a bullpen with a clock. There is a change this year with men on base from 20 to 18 seconds. I know the goal is to not have men on base, but how has that adjustment been for you, or what are you doing to try and adapt to that small change?
It's not too drastic. I mean, if it was 15 to 13, that'd be a little scary. But 18 is still plenty of time. We're fortunate that we have Jonah, Kisner, Huff. We have really good catchers, so the trust of them calling the right pitch is always there. So there's a lot less shaking, a lot less rushing. So I just think we're blessed in the standpoint of we have really good catchers and good game planning.
All right, you are now a dad of 2. Congrats. At what point in your kids' lives will they practice the glove slam? Is that something like right at birth, or do you wait till they're like 5 and they can handle it? What have you guys talked about with that?
I don't think they're ever going to do it. I don't want them living in my shadow at all. I want them to be who they are. Just have fun. They're kids. I don't want them to get caught up in who dad is.
Maybe they'll punt the glove instead, since you did a slam.
They want to kick, they want to throw, whatever they want.
Carve out their own path.
As long as they play a sport, I'll be happy.
All right, Marc, not your first rodeo here, big league camp. I had that experience last year. How much did last year's experience help you getting ready for being back here on this side of things in 2024?
Honestly, last year I really didn't know what to expect. I was really nervous, and this year I kind of knew what to expect, so a little less nervous this year. So,
what was last year like for you? For people who didn't get a chance to watch you regularly, what's your assessment of how things went for you in 2023?
things went decent. They started off really well. I started in Frisco in AA, and I got promoted pretty fast out of there, and got to Round Rock at the end of May. And Round Rock, I kind of had my ups and downs in Round Rock with the strike zone and that being small, and just some growing pains. I'm still really young and still learning a lot about pitching every day. So, I experienced a little growing pains at AAA, but at the end I came out and I competed every day. So I think that's the most important part.
Yeah, you mentioned your youth way ahead of the curve with where you are and your development. But in terms of your development, what was something you focused on this offseason and maybe that's carrying over here into camp?
Honestly, my consistency. So I did a deep dive with my pitching coordinator and my AAA pitching coach this offseason, and we're just talking about my delivery. And I feel like that kind of led to my inconsistencies last year. And we did a deep dive, and I was texting those guys almost every day, and just getting to learn myself more in the off season. So,
who's the best texter amongst that group in terms of like creativity with the images, the emojis, or whatever? Are they all kind of just boring, just generic texters?
I think DK is he really knows me the best because he was in the bullpen with me all AAA, so he knows my language and how I speak. So he definitely uses a lot of emojis.
All right, you've gotten off to a great start this spring, but I feel like you're one of a number of guys in an interesting position. Spring training is supposed to get you ready for the season, but you're also trying to compete and earn an opportunity. How do you balance the two? Not overthinking the competition side of it, but also putting your best foot forward to try and earn what might be out there.
Honestly, just trying to stay consistent, get a routine going for the whole year. The season's 162 games, so, getting prepared for that and staying consistent in my routines.
All right, you always have your AirPods in. What are you typically listening to?
It depends on the day. A lot of people would be surprised because, a lot of people think I just listen to rap all the time, but sometimes I listen to some slow jams, and, I listen to all genres.
Okay, if you need to get into like a slow jams mood, who you turning to first?
It's crazy because one of my friends, he plays on the Guardians, he actually put me on to Beethoven, so sometimes I listen to like some piano and just, getting the mind going and just chilling out.
How'd you feel? What was feeling good out there?
Good. Yeah. Just
working on a couple things. Nice to face our own guys and be able to kind of pick their brain. So it's good.
That first inning, you really look sharp. Got everybody swinging on a off-speed pitch. What?
Kind of mixing it up a little bit. Got into some deep counts. I think all of them were 3-2, so probably not exactly ideal, but ended up good. So just like I said, just kind of mixing some different things in there and just trying to get some feedback from our guys.
What they tell you? You mean for your hitters, right?
Yeah. Just working on some different locations, some kind of change in tempo, and just trying to mix up a little bit, throwing some different pitches that I don't normally throw to hitters. So just, we got really good hitters. We're lucky to have those guys, and they see the ball well. So I value their opinion a lot.
Was the goal 40 pitches or 50? I don't know.
I've got to be honest. I don't have 3, but I don't know.
Like 44.
Okay, that's probably about right. Yeah.
So you right on schedule, where you normally would want to be.
I think so. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Cool. Thank you.